Alright guys, this is the second recording. I'm not gonna cut in mid-sentence now. Don't remember what we were talking about.
I think we were talking about the wave game.
Oh yes, you're right. It's really awkward when you just start off in mid-sentence now that I think about it. But let me just say something. Wave beam. I only consider the wave beam kind of weak only because it took forever for me to kill the wave troopers and the Omega pirate boss. So that's why I kind of like always struggled and I gotta tap those buttons.
That was annoying. Actually, I mentioned this in this other little recording, but since that one's a failed attempt, we're gonna disregard that. But anyway, I remembered when I played the Omega Pirates, and yeah, it was your research.
Yeah, that proved me wrong. I said I did say I scanned it a while back. I scanned all the research data, but no, there was actually the powerbomb ammunition which I forgot to scan. So go on.
Yeah, when I faced the Mega Pirate, I literally got nothing but wave troopers. It was just so annoying. I actually died a few times because it actually happened a few times in a row. I got nothing but wave troopers.
Jeez, it must have been an Omega nightmare.
Exactly. Omega Dragon 4 taking on the Omega Pirate while being helped by a whole bunch of cheap wave troopers.
Yeah, because they do take quite a while to kill because you're trying to keep them stunned, so you're always giving up half-filled bursts of charging aim. So, well, that's what I've always been shown to do. But all right, this is one of the hidden missile expansions again. All again, and there goes the half pipe. I was going to talk about the half pipe. It turns out when I was doing the half pipe section over at Tallon Overworld, where I got stuck there and I did some fancy editing. It turns out that you're supposed to use the boost ball whenever the inclination is going upward, and that just blew my mind.
I was thinking the whole time, does he know that you're supposed to do it when you go up?
Yeah, because I was always doing it when I was going down, and well,
you gotta love that camera angle right there.
Yeah, and here we go again. The camera angles of the morph ball, of course, spider ball, always do kind of mess you up. I'm pretty sure you Omega do know about the issue that sometimes that if you hold a certain direction when you're on the magnetic rail, and once the camera angle changes on you, it will, of course, and then you stop and then you just push the same direction again, you will go a different direction, and that kind of like always freaks me out because it just kind of messes me up all the time. I don't know if it's happened to you, Omega.
Oh yeah, I remember that a few times. Actually, that one particular part just now messed me up a few times, but here. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention you're invincible during those cutscenes, huh?
Yep, pretty much invincibility. Samus has the strength of an iron woman when it comes to cutscenes. So,
wish you had those cutscenes when you're actually fighting the bosses.
You wouldn't be able to see yourself, but there's lots of action there going on.
Man, I've actually thought it was quite interesting that they actually changed the death scenes between it, whether you're actually first person or morph ball. When you're first person, you hear Samus scream and then the screen just goes starting staticky. When you're in a morph ball, you just see it basically just explode and shatter.
Yeah, you see an explosion of a power bomb, and then you don't kill any enemies around you, but
manage to kill yourself.
Yeah, that's pretty much. I mean, I also forgot to mention the crushers in the Chozo Ruins don't actually insta-kill you, so you're pretty safe in there. After I fought the space pirates and such. I mean, the Chozo ghosts. Man, I'm calling them space pirates now. But yeah, it was. I mean, the death scenes in Metroid Prime. I mean, I always kind of try to make fun of them. If I do ever die, I'll just go. The TV just goes out on me, and then I'll just put it at a different channel and see what happens.
It's actually why I kind of liked Metroid Prime 3 a little bit better, because how they changed up the death scenes. Sort of.
I never actually died in Metroid Prime 3.
Well, you know, like, I guess if you, when you're in hyper mode, if you get totally corrupted, you basically turn into Dark Samus, which is kind of awesome.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought it was actually kind of hilarious also having 2 Dark Samuses.
I never knew that, actually.
I'm just revealing a whole bunch of stuff in Selfie, huh?
Boy, I'm learning as I go.
Ah, yes, the X-ray visor room.
Yeah, I had to kind of try to not get this artifact, only because it is actually a pain to come back to this room again. For one reason, the Chozo ghosts never leave this room, they never die, and they're still here, actually.
Yes, their old buddies are back. We're just Samus Aran killing ghosts.
For 20 hours.
I'm actually surprised, if you just go straight forward, how short this game is. I remember it took me like a long time to beat it myself.
You're really supposed to explore, so I mean that's what makes the bulk of the game. But if you do actually just go pretty straightforward, I'm pretty sure you could beat this game in under 7 hours.
Yeah.
And,
but I probably never even remember all the places where to go.
I only remember just because I always have to make a pre-playthrough every time I record, so just so I won't make myself look like an idiot.
Oh yeah, but about that last room, the X-ray visor room, I actually remember trying to use those GameCube action replay disc things, and I started out with having everything, like, right after the friggin' Orpheum. Remember that back in the beginning of the game? What actually happened was, after I got out of that room, it kind of really just messed up my game, because I had the X-ray visor, and then I collected the X-ray visor again. So that just really kind of messed it up.
Maybe some Phazon may have leaked into your console and may have just corrupted your GameCube or something, man. I don't know.
Probably.
Maybe those hacks are actually more potent than you thought.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the final artifact of the Chozo Ruins. If you remember, I actually came back here quite a bit of times, and these are the runic symbols. I'm pretty sure I've exposed all the locations. And these blocks are really weird because you don't really have to go all the way. You don't really have to go out and touch the wall whenever you have to move up. I always thought that, but until I learned, I was like, oh, okay. And there's a Chozo ghost right there. You can actually hit him. I thought that was funny, so I just showed it off. But yeah, go on.
I actually thought I remember that actually kind of that surprised me when I remember I first played the game. I actually kind of jumped at that. I was like, whoa!
And yeah, because the Chozo ghosts, I mean, they all and by the way, if you do sequence break that small bit, that Chozo ghost will be there again, and he'll be there when you have like 3 energy tanks after you fight Flagra. So that's always interesting to note, because that means this when you fight the Chozo ghost can actually activate after you fight Flagra.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of stuff involved with Flagra, like getting the ice beam before you actually fight Flagra, and that was interesting to see.
Oh yeah, there's a YouTube video out there of some guy just doing a major glitch in the game. I mean, wow! I just was amazed. It literally blew my mind away. I was like, wow! How the hell did this guy just do that?
Just like with the Magmore Cavern speedrun without the Varia suit.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever be able to do something like that.
Yes.
And this is the final artifact
belonging to Flagra.
You know, I've always kind of questioned how did this artifact get here in the first place after you fight Flagra? Like, do the Chozo ghosts bring it here somehow?
That's what I thought.
Like, you know, like, but then how do they bring it through doors? Like, maybe whatever they touch becomes ethereal and just goes through walls like them too. I don't know, just more questions to ask for Metroid Prime. That signals the end of the video. And with our guest Omega Dragon 4, it was nice having you, man.
It was great, really great being here for me. Thanks for featuring me in your videos.
No problem. I mean, having guests and an LP like this, normally I don't have many guests, but in this final portion, I kind of just gotta tweak it up, and as for now, I'm just gonna make a couple of changes. So these videos will be slightly different. But yeah, all right.
Yeah.
So I guess that means a great heart welcome goodbye from us. So see you guys later for the next.
See you later, guys.